How to install operating system in your PC if the BIOS has password. An easy way. Have you ever encountered your laptop or PC having this blue screen of death problem? When you restart it, try to configure your BIOS settings to boot your operating system from a DVD or external device. And this is what happens. You have an administrative password. Now, you do not have any choice but to dismantle the hard drive and manually transfer the operating system to your hard drive. Suppose this is a common scenario in your daily tasks. The fastest way to do it is to use the Norton Ghost software. Now, Norton Ghost is a disk imaging and backup software developed by Symantec. It was used for creating exact copies of a computer's hard drive or specific partitions. This allowed users to back up their data and restore their system to a previous state in case of hardware failure, software issues, or other problems. Norton Ghost was popular in the early 2000s, but eventually saw its functionality integrated into other products or replaced by newer technologies. Symantec discontinued Norton Ghost in 2013, and users seeking similar functionality today often use alternatives such as Acronis True Image, Macrium Reflect, or built-in tools in modern operating systems. But let us focus on how the Norton Ghost solution helps you to solve this problem. Once you have a newly installed Windows operating system, our first goal is to clone your fully working Windows operating system to your destination drive. Once Norton Ghost loads, you'll see its main interface. Navigate to the Local option to select your source and destination drives. Choose the drive that contains your operating system. This is typically your C drive or the drive where your OS is installed. Choose the drive where you want to clone the operating system. This should be an external drive or a secondary internal drive with enough space to accommodate the clone data. Depending on the version of Norton Ghost you are using, you might see options to configure the clone. Select the option that best fits your needs. Common options include disk to disk, for cloning one physical disk to another, partition to partition, for cloning specific partitions, disk to image, to create an image file of the disk, image to disk, to restore from an image file. In this case, we are going to choose the disk to image. Confirm and start the cloning process. This may take some time depending on the amount of data and the speed of your drives. Norton Ghost will display the progress of the cloning process. Ensure that the process is completed without errors. If you encounter errors during cloning, check for hardware issues or consult Norton Ghost documentation for specific error messages. If the new drive doesn't boot correctly, you might need to repair the boot sector using tools like Windows Startup Repair. If the clone drive is to replace the original drive, you may need to adjust BIOS UEFI settings to boot from the new drive. Now our next goal is to copy the clone file to the disk where we want to save the clone operating system. Once the Norton Ghost is running, you'll be presented with its main interface. Go to the option that allows you to restore from an image or clone from an image. Choose Local if the image is stored in a local. Browse the location of the disk image file you want to use. This file is usually in a Go extension. Select the destination disk where you want to copy the image. Make sure the disk is the correct one and ready to receive the clone image. Review the settings and options for the cloning process. You might have choices related to partitioning, resizing, or additional configurations. Ensure the settings align with your requirements. Confirm the choices and start the cloning process. Norton will begin copying the image to the destination disk. The time required will depend on the size of the image and the speed of your hardware. Once the cloning is complete, Norton Ghost will provide the status update. Follow any additional instructions if provided.
After the process is finished, you may want to check the destination disk to ensure the clone was successful. You can do this by inspecting the disk's contents or booting from it if it's a system disk. If you've cloned a system disk, reboot your computer and select the destination disk as the boot drive to test if the clone operates as expected. The cloning process will overwrite all existing data on the destination disk, so be cautious and double-check your selections. That's the end of this video. If you have questions, don't forget to write your message below, and of course click subscribe to be updated on more coming videos. Thanks for watching and see you on my next video.